We have gotten so many questions about why we decided to, what brought about the idea to even do this and why we decided to do it now. Jesse, for the past a little over a year, has been underemployed and trying to get back on with the fire department, which takes time. The hiring process takes forever. Like, we thought, okay, a couple months, we'll be fine. No, government, get it together.
Government efficiency at its best.
It's been rough. Narrowed down to 2 jobs, waiting for just a, hey, you're hired, from either one. And I was sitting there, I'm looking at the house, and both jobs were gonna take us somewhere else. And the lease on our house was going to expire at the end of October. And I was sitting there looking at all the stuff that I had to pack. And I didn't even know where I was going yet, but I started looking at places to rent, and I started looking about, you know, how much do we need to get for a deposit and everything. And I just kind of looked around and I thought, I don't want to do this. I don't want to pack this stuff up again. I don't want to haul our family and go into debt to rent another place because we had no money in savings.
Well, and the biggest challenge is we didn't even know where to look for a place.
Yeah, I was
It could be Texas, it could be Monterey, it could be San Bernardino, it could be San Diego. We had no idea what or where we were going to be. There was so many uncertainties.
Yeah, I was looking at about 5 different counties. So talk about like rent off the map. Like I had no idea.
Decisions whatsoever.
I couldn't make any decisions. I couldn't budget. I couldn't do anything. I'm like, I don't even know how much to save right now. You know how much? I have no idea. And I just this light bulb came on, and I thought, why don't we just sell everything, get rid of everything we can, and just travel in an RV. The job that he was most likely getting was going to be very flexible. Now he's with CAL FIRE, which is fantastic, but we literally jumped into this not even knowing what his job was going to be.
So it didn't even start off with the whole travel idea, honestly. But it was going to be cheaper to get an RV, even if we were in an RV park, and just stay in the RV. Yeah. That was going to be home.
Trying to rent control after leaving this place.
Yeah, we're going to get an RV. Travel came later.
I come out to Jesse, I sit down on the couch, I was like, remember how we talked about, you know, like traveling in an RV? He's like, yeah. I said, what if we did that? Like right now. Like, what if we did it? What if we sold everything we did right now? And he looked at me like this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I was like, no, seriously, what if we did that? And so he was just like, well, let's think about it. And I had really, like, what I got was a like lightning bolt. Yes, it was the only sure thing that I had felt in months with all the waiting. And so I'm like, it's okay. It's all going to work out. I had no idea how, but I thought this is the way we're going to go. And then the next day, he texted me and he's like, yes, we could totally do this. He had his light bulb moment. Yeah. And realizing, you know, not just the financial part, but like,
the simplicity.
The simplicity.
For me, what happened is I was in a class that was sponsored through our church, and one of the lessons that we were talking about was living simply, downsizing and living in the RV, and it really hit me. It's like, yeah, we could do that.
So anyway, once we found out where he was going to be.
Came shortly after that.
I was pretty pumped. I'm like, hey, you know what we could do with this now? We could travel everywhere. Yeah. And he was still kind of like, wait a minute. I'm like, no, seriously, if we plan this right, we plan out your days, like we could do this. But the very first thing that I really needed to do was downsize. So that's what I jumped into right away. So that's kind of the story behind why we decided to do this. It was me being fed up with hauling around everybody's crap and just dealing with junk and wanting to live more simply. And I just thought this is a great way to do it. If you ever get inspired to watch Netflix, anybody have a Netflix? The Minimalist.
It's this little app that some people may have heard of.
It's really cool. There's a documentary out there called The Minimalist. I watched it and I loved it, and I was like, man, I want to do that. I want to do something like that. So that also helped. There were so many things that spurred me into this, and then I thought, why the heck not? So many people say, I wish I could do that. If you really want it, you'll find a way.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep telling yourself you never could do something like that, you won't. There are so many things that I thought that I could never do, but in order to do this, I'm doing them. Like me saying I'd never do homeschool, I'm figuring out a way. It doesn't matter what you think you can't do. You have the mind strength. If you want it bad enough, you will figure it out, because stuff is just stuff. We really prayed about this. We are a faith-based family, and we believe that we were really guided to this, because even though it's scary, we don't know all the answers, the one thing we feel sure about is to keep moving forward.
Yeah. A lesson we want our kids to learn is that they can always grow if they have a dream, if they have a challenge, if they want to try something hard, they just have to try it.
Yeah, and you're going to screw up a lot, and that's okay. Like, we're totally okay with that.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the best part.
We're good at that.
It really has been the best part about this. We've messed up plenty of times already. There are little things that you're going to mess up on. There are big things that you're going to mess up on. But, we don't grow, we don't learn unless we try and fail and try and fail and try and try and try until we move forward. I would say get it right, but there are 50 billion ways to get it right.
This has been over the process of about a month and a half where we decided we're going to do it. I've done a lot of research. YouTube has been my friend.
He sends me things.
Yes.
And I appreciate that.
Yes. I don't know if she watches them all or not.
I do. Most of them.
When that opportunity comes, take it. And what it is for you, maybe something completely different, but just take that opportunity to grow. And this is really our family's opportunity to grow in a completely different way. I mean, we are so going against the grain of what normal society would say. And that excites us.
Well, and the great thing is something that you learn when you have a little bit of a self-discovery moment is that other people's opinion are their business. Follow what's in here when it comes to who you are, and it does not matter. It really does not matter what society says you're supposed to be, because, like I said, there are 50 billion ways to get it right.
Yeah, I think I might have been. I was all for the idea of getting an RV, but I think I was more reserved about, is this for real? Is she really? Is this?
Or is this like she's gonna wake up tomorrow morning and be like, whatever?
Yeah, exactly. I think that was the biggest thing for me. And when I realized that she really means this, I'm like, okay, let's move forward. But
you know what? I tested those waters, and I was, and when he came back to me and said, yeah, let's do this, I'm like, oh shoot. He's on board. I'm in it now. Yeah, I was like, oh dang. The only reason is because he was very kind of resistant. I could see it in his face when he told you right now. You could see it in his face. He's like, is she serious?
Yeah.
But
is she just having one of those moments where you know what?
I just want to
throw everything
away.
I just want to disappear. We all have those moments.
I can let go of everything. You give me a suitcase, as long as I can bring my shoes, we're good. And I need a separate suitcase for those.
Let's not get started on that.
So I need to buy one more.
But one of the things that through our
we wanted to share this because we've had so many people ask us, what the heck are you doing? Why did you decide to do this? And those are a few of our reasons. I think there's lots of facets to it, but we really wanted to share that because maybe you're thinking about it. We were at a completely perfect transition phase. I didn't have to get rid of a lease. I didn't have to get rid of a house. I didn't have to do anything. We were literally falling out into the street at the end of October. I was like, well, we just have to figure out what to do. And this sounds like a great option. And the more we thought about it, the more we prayed about it, the more we knew that this is exactly what we want to do for our family. For right now, this adventure is going to be our life.